Welcome back, everyone, to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. Today we're going to be reacting to Procol Harum, A Whiter Shade of Pale. At least I think that's what the name of this song is. I'm not entirely sure if... Procol Harum? Harum? Procol? I have no idea what that name means, but hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Daniel, aka Deathstroke9, and here we react to music. I try to figure out what the music and the lyrics mean to me personally. So, yeah, we just have a good time, try to listen to some new music. So, if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel, and thank you very much for deciding to click on the video. So, yeah, this was a request from a bunch of viewers over the past little while, so we're going to be checking it out. Yeah, not a ton else to say. Let's look up Procol Harum before we start, because I've never heard of them. P-R-O-C-U-L-H-R-E-U-M. Let's just see if Wikipedia has anything that we can... Procol... Oh, wait, did I spell it wrong? Yes, I did. Cool. Just gonna let everyone know I spelled it wrong. It's P-R-O-C-O-L. Procol Harum. Procol Harum. English rock band formed in 1967. Their best known song is the hit single Whiter Shade of Pale. Alright, so we're gonna get a taste of their best stuff, or their most well-known recording right off the bat. And one of the few singles to have sold over 10 million copies. They have classical influence. Their music is also described as psychedelic rock and proto-prog. The band was honored by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when A Whiter Shade of Pale was inducted into the brand new singles category. Alright. So psychedelic rock is what we can expect, with some classical undertones. Exciting. Alright, let's do this. Link to the original video will be down in the description. Let me pull up the lyrics so that I know what it is that they're saying. We'll look up what the meaning of the song is. There it is. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Turned cartwheels across the floor.
Is this a music video? Wow.
I was feeling kind of seasick. The crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away.
He's got a really good voice.
As the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned a whiter shade of pale.
Alright, let me pause it here. Sorry. I'm pretty sure we're going into some type of bridge section, so I don't want to mess it up. So first off, I like it so far. It's a little, like, it feels, so we've got the drums, we've got the organ, and we've got the bass. Well, it's been kind of a repeating pattern so far. And the song has been, I don't know, a little bit slow. They still need to win me over a little bit more. So, let's go through the lyrics, though. We skipped the light fandango. Didn't I just look up Fandango just like a very short time ago? Let's look it up one more time. Oh yeah, it's it's a couple's dance. We just did this for Bohemian Rhapsody. We skipped the light Fandango, so we skipped the slow dancing, or even the lively dancing, it said, and instead we just turned cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick, but the crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder. The ceiling flew away. We called out for another drink. The waiter brought a tray. So it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face, at first just ghostly, turned a whiter shade of pale. What? Hold it. So they're like dancing at like a bar or somewhere. Who knows where they're dancing. They did say they call out for another drink. Then the music sounds like a funeral organ a little bit. Did she pass away? Her face turned a whiter shade of pale. All right, let's keep going.
Turn the whiter shade of pale.
Yeah, it's sad. The song feels pretty sad. That organ's really good, though.
She said there is no reason,
Such a
and the truth is plain to see.
calm video.
But I wander through my playing cards. Would not let her be one of 16 Vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open,
For some reason, this,
they might just as well have been closed.
I don't know.
And so it was, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned the whiter shade of pale.
Yeah, it looks like they're at a funeral for some reason. But now they're running, so who knows? Let's just disregard the video. Okay. Interesting. So, let me go down. Let's see. What are the comments on this? Top comments. I was a mid-teen when this came out. I'll be 71 this year, and I'm still listening to it. All right, so the other lyrics would be, She said the truth. There is no reason, and the truth is plain to see. But I wandered through my playing cards and would not let her be one of 16 vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were closed, they were open. They might have well just have been closed. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned a whiter shade of pale. Huh. Um. Okay. I'm kind of confused as to what the first and most famous hit single of the early progressive rock group Procol Harum. Yes, it does feel like an anthem song. It's a slow dirge almost. Let's check song facts and see if that has anything to add. Because so far I've got nothing. Interesting. Thank you for coming along and listening with me, though. Charted #1 in the UK, #5 in the US. Maybe I'm probably gonna need to listen to it a couple more times, see if it grows on me. Procol Harum's lyricist Keith Reed wrote those words to this song. In a Songfacts interview, he explained it's sort of a film, trying to conjure up a mood and tell a story. It's about a relationship, there's characters, and there's a location, and there's a journey. You get the sound of the room, the feel of the room, the smell of the room. But there's a definite journey going on. It's not a collection of lines just stuck together. It's got a thread running through it, of course. That would be most grunge music, would be just a collection of lines stuck together. As far as I know, who knows? He got the idea for the title when it came to him at a party, which gave him a starting point for the song. He said, I feel with songs that you're given a piece of the puzzle, the inspiration or whatever. In this case, I had that title, Whiter Shade of Pale, and thought, there's a song here. It's making up the puzzle that fits the piece you've got. You fill out the picture, you find the rest of the picture that piece fits into. That's a very interesting way of songwriting. I like it. All right, he formed Procol Harum in 1967 with Gary Broker becoming an official member even though he didn't sing or play any instruments. Whiter Shade of Pale was one of about 15 songs that he wrote for their first album. We were really excited and liked it a lot. When we were rehearsing and routining our first dozen songs, there was the one that sounded really good. There were a few others that we liked, I would say about equally. Whiter Shade of Pale was the one that recorded best. So, They had a few more modest hits, including Hamburg and Conquistador, and they attracted a devoted following, releasing 10 albums before breaking up in 1977. They would reform in 1991. They were more concerned about the quality and integrity of their music, that's good, than with serving the singles market, which made them unlikely candidates for one of the most successful singles of all time. It definitely drew you in, and it definitely was a story song. It sounded as though someone perished in it, but I really don't know, because the later lyrics get even weirder. It is very surreal. There you go. So, it says he was taken with surrealism, watched a lot of French films in the Academy at Oxford Street, London. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of interesting stuff here. Alright, I had the phrase, a whiter shade of pale. That was the start. I knew it was a song. It was like a jigsaw puzzle. I was trying to conjure a mood as much to tell a straightforward girl leaves boy story. Okay. With the ceiling flying away and the room humming harder, I wanted to paint an image of a scene. I wasn't trying to be mysterious with those images. I wasn't trying to be evocative. I suppose it seems like a decadent scene I'm describing. But I was too young to have experienced any decadence then. I might have been smoking when I conceived it, but not when I wrote it. It was influenced by books, not drugs. It was twice as long, 4 verses. The 4th wasn't any great loss, but you had the whole story in 3. When I heard what Gary had done with them, it just seemed so right. We felt we had done something very important, and as soon as we played it for anyone, we got immediate response. At rehearsal, instrumentation was added. The Vestal Virgins were the holy virgin priestesses of Vesta, the goddess of the hearth and home. There were 6 of them chosen by lot, and they were sworn to celibacy. Their main task was to maintain the sacred fire of Vesta. The Vestal duty brought great honor and afforded greater privileges to women who served in that role. This was the first song that they ever recorded. After it became a hit, they fired their original drummer and guitarist. Robin Trower, that name sounds familiar. All right. Nearly 40 years after the song was released, Matthew Fisher, who played the organ in the recording, filed a lawsuit claiming that he deserved songwriting royalties for his contributions. He probably, yeah. The organ is like what drives the song. There's a lot of things that are driving the song. The vocals are really, really good too. That was one of the things that impressed me the most, is his vocal talent. But the organ is beautiful. So it said that he filed a lawsuit claiming that he deserved some type of royalties for his contributions. In 2006, the judge agreed and awarded Fisher part of the copyright. In 2008, the British Court of Appeals overturned his right to collect royalties due to the delay in filing his claim, but it was upheld by a unanimous decision, and his composer credit, which had been awarded by the High Court, of confirming that Fisher's organ solo was part of the song's composition. He was granted permission to appeal this decision in the House of Lords. They ruled in the organist's favor, pointing that there were no time limits to copyright claims under English law. The ruling means that he now receives a share of future royalties for the track. A delighted Fisher commented, "This was about making sure everyone knew my part in the authorship." Yeah, I can imagine. One of the 5 judges who heard the case, Baroness Hale, said, "As one of the people who do remember the 60s, I'm glad that the author of that memorable organ has at last achieved the recognition he deserves." Then Matthew Fisher's friend and collaborator Alan Fox in 2008 told us why Fisher waited nearly 40 years to bring his lawsuit. "In fact, Matthew did not wait 40 years to bring this case to court. He tried 4 times between 1974 and 2005, but was told each time by counsel that he had absolutely no chance of making a successful claim. This, of course, was never reported, and it wasn't until he met his current lawyers, Jens Hill, that he was told he had a very strong claim and decided to proceed. It was one of the biggest hits of the Summer of Love. John Lennon was a big fan of this song. A video filmed for this song showed Booker singing it in various London locales as his bandmates look on stoically." Yep, definitely got that. There are 2 additional verses that Procol Harum used to sing at live events. They're listed on the lyrics page. He told us why they were removed. Originally, it was twice as long, and that was partly because at the time there was somewhat of a vogue for really long songs, whether it be Dylan's or Beatles' Hey Jude. So I was trying to write a really long song. Then we started routining it and getting it ready to record, and one of the verses just fell away pretty naturally. We dropped it pretty early in the process. We felt it was a bit too long because the song was like nearly 10 minutes. That would have been kind of interesting, but who knows. We were rehearsing it with 3 verses. It was running 7 minutes or so, and our producer said, "Look, if you want to get airplay, you want this record to be viable, you should probably think about taking out a verse." And we did. I didn't feel bad because it still seemed to work fine. It didn't really bother me. There's people who covered it. It's in some movies. It was re-released in 1972. Whoa, what's this? Let's see. In 2009, it was announced that this song is still Britain's most played record. The runner-up on the list is Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. The 2 songs share one unusual similarity. On both of them use the word fandango. Yeah, wow. This is one of Billy Joel's favorite songs. He performed it in 2014 Town Hall special with Howard Stern, and he said it sounded different from anything else that was on the radio at the time. Had the keyboard part that was the main theme throughout the record. There was an element of classical music in it. I don't know what the lyrics were about, but it took me to another place. It was atmospheric. Yes, it was atmospheric. All right. This went on a little bit longer than I intended it to, but we've done A Whiter Shade of Pale by Procol Harum. Wasn't my favorite song of all time. I want to listen to it again, and I'm going to after I stop recording. But let me think. Actually, you know what? I want to look up what Procol Harum means. What does this mean? Just wondering. What does Let's see what we've got. Far from these things. Latin, far from these things, or it is the name of someone's cat. Probably Latin. Far from these things. That's a pretty cool name. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. I did like the song. I liked the organ. It definitely was atmospheric. I felt like even though the guy said it wasn't meant to be evocative or whatever, I think it was. It invoked multiple different emotions. It was kind of sad. Felt like funeral a little bit. But good song. Thank you guys for requesting it, and let me know if there's anything else by them that I should take a stab at. And let me know what else you'd like me to react to down in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you enjoy the content, check out some of the other videos. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Deathstroke9, out.